Welcome to the Korean Atlas and History. Every week, we will take you on a journey throughout the Korean landscape, or back in time through Korea's history. Our topics include mountains, rivers, provinces, cities, holidays, people, and more. Today, on the Korean Atlas and History, major North Korean cities, Hamhung. The city of Hamhung is North Korea's second largest city after Pyongyang, with a population of around 768,000. Hamhung is also the capital of North Korea's South Hamgyong province. Hamhung is located on the left branch of the Sangchon River. It is situated on the eastern edge of North Korea, adjacent to the East Sea. It has a humid, continental climate with warm, humid summers and cold, dry winters. The city boasts a long history, highlighted as the location of an event after Lee Seung-gae, or King Taejo, retired there. King Taejo, the first king to create a new dynasty, which he named Joseon, established his capital in Seoul. After creating his empire, King Taejo was faced with the question of who would be his successor. Lee Bangwon, King Taejo's fifth son by Queen Shinhee, his first wife, contributed the most in assisting his rise to power. Lee Bangwon, however, hated two of King Taejo's important allies in the court, Jong Do-jeon and Nam-eun. The feelings were mutual between the two allies and Lee Bangwon, and because of this, Jong Do-jeon influenced King Taejo to appoint his favorite son, Lee Bang-sung, to the throne. Around this time, King Taejo's second wife, Queen Shindok, suddenly died, and while King Taejo was in mourning, Jong Do-jeon conspired to kill Lee Bangwon and his brothers. Lee Bangwon learned of the plan and immediately revolted, killing Jong Do-jeon and two sons of Queen Shindok. Exhausted from so much death, King Taejo crowned Lee Bang-hwa, his second son by Queen Shinhee, as ruler and retired to the Hamhung royal villa. Lee Bangwon sent envoys to King Taejo in order to reconcile, but Taejo had them killed, which led to the saying Hamhung Chasa, or King's Envoy to Hamhung. The saying is used to describe a person that goes on a journey and is never heard from again. The Hamhung Royal Villa is located in Sonamudong, Sapogo Station. It is not the original structure, however, but a rebuilding from the late 17th century. The original structure was burned during Japanese invasions of Korea in the late 16th century. Other parts of the villa were destroyed during the Korean War, but most parts have been restored. Relics from the villa are on display in the Hamhung Museum. Not only was the Hamhung Royal Villa damaged during the Korean War, but it is estimated that 80 to 90% of the city was damaged. Between October 17, 1950 and December 17, 1950, the Republic of Korea occupied the city. From 1955 to 1962, Communist East Germany made Hamhung the object of a large-scale program of reconstruction. After the period of reconstruction, Hamhung has been cited in numerous events of civilian uprisings against the North Korean regime. One such event took place in 1985, in which hundreds of civilians protested in the streets of Hamhung. The protest was quelled, however, when troops fired on protesters with anti-aircraft guns installed on the tops of buildings. Reports show that hundreds were massacred in the incident. In March 1993, the 7th Corps headquarters in Hamhung attempted a mutiny, in which 30 reformist officers planned to give a negative report to the International Atomic Energy Agency during their inspection. Prior to the IAEA inspection, however, the reformists were caught and arrested. In 1995, North Korea was ravaged by famine, and soldiers began to rise up against the government. In one case, the leaders of the 6th Corps in Chongjin planned to take over major facilities in their home city and then gain the support of the 7th Corps in Hamhung and march on Pyongyang. The government also quelled this revolt, though, and the units were disbanded. This soldier uprising was not much of a surprise, though, as Andrew Natsios describes Hamhung as the city most devastated by the famine. Numerous fresh graves surround the hillsides of the city, and many of Hamhung's children have been stunted by malnutrition. The famine caused more than 10% of the city's death, and more than 10% of the city fled in search of food. The famine's destruction seems to have had some of its most devastating effects on the city of Hamhung in particular, effects that still last to this day. The city of Hamhung produces textiles, metalware, machinery, refined oil, and processed food. In addition, Hamhung is an important chemical industry center in North Korea. It serves as a major port for North Korean foreign trade as well. Because of its high proportion of chemists, the chemical industrial complex located there, and the major port, it has been speculated by some that it is North Korea's center of methamphetamine production. 2 large re-education camps are located near Hamhung. Gyohwa-so No. 22, Oro, is to the north of Hamhung and houses about 1,000 prisoners. A larger camp, Gyohwa-so No. 9, is located in northeastern Hamhung. Gyohwa-so No. 9 is divided into 5 departments. The main prison camp, about 6 kilometers northeast of the downtown area, began as a colonial prison during the period in which the Japanese occupied Korea. After this period, the facility was used as a factory, and then after reformed into the 1st and 2nd departments of the current concentration camp. The 1st and 2nd departments currently house around 1,500 prisoners who produce sangma sewing machines. The 3rd department, Gyohwa-so No. 15, was erected in 1998. It is located about 18 kilometers northeast of the city center. It is mainly for female defectors and houses livestock, rice paddies, and vegetable patches. Around 500 prisoners work in this camp. The 4th department is located in Chungpyeong-gun. The amount of prisoners there is unknown, but it is known that they labor in a gold mine. The 5th department in Kowon-gun is similar, with an unknown number of prisoners laboring in a coal mine. The living conditions of the camps are poor. Many prisoners sleep on straw and grass. Prisoners are in a constant state of hunger, and food rations include very small amounts of steamed corn and watery cabbage soup or bean porridge, but no salt or protein. In order to survive, prisoners eat raw mice, snakes, frogs, insects, or even grass, tree leaves, and bark. Some prisoners even eat undigested beans and corn kernels from cow dung, but if caught, they are punished. Prisoners who are ill must work in order to avoid food reductions and beatings. There is only one military doctor in the prison, no medical devices, and almost no medicine. Prisoners often get infected when receiving injections. Prisoners work from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., with only 2 breaks except in the winter. In the 3rd department, women have to do hard farm work with inadequate tools regardless of the weather. After dinner, all prisoners have to attend re-education and mutual criticism sessions, often until 10 p.m. If prisoners fail to memorize the teachings of Kim Il-sung, their prison sentences extended. The facility is surrounded by an electric fence, and the prisoners are guarded 24 hours. Prisoners inside the camp look like skeletons. In the first department, prisoners sleep on factory bridges in order to avoid sleeping on lice-infested concrete floors. Prisoners who violate the rules are severely kicked or beaten with rifle butts and wooden sticks. Another common punishment is the reduction of food rations. Prisoners who end up in solitary confinement get almost no food. In the winter of 1999-2000, around 500 prisoners died in a 6-month period. Most of them died while working to dig a tunnel from Hamhung concentration camp to Oro concentration camp. Their corpses were burnt in large quantities in a furnace. Female prisoners are often sexually assaulted and raped by security officers. If found to be pregnant, the prisoners are taken out of the prison for a forced abortion. Outside of the prison camps, the city of Hamhung serves as a transportation hub connecting various eastern ports and the northern interior as well. Hamhung Station is on the Pyeongda Line, and the Toksan Airport connects the city to other locations as well. Hamhung boasts the Hamhung Grand Theater, the largest theater in North Korea, as well as a national museum. Hamhung is home to the Hamhung University of Education, Hamhung University of Pharmacy, Hamhung University of Chemistry, and the Hamhung University of Medicine. Professional colleges include the Hamhung College of Quality Control, the Hamhung Hydrographic and Power College, and the Hamhung College of Electronics and Automation. The city of Hamhung is a sister city with Shanghai and has been since 1982. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Korean Atlas in History. Most of today's information was taken from the Namu Wiki and Wikipedia. We hope you have enjoyed the Korean Atlas and History. If you want to learn more or study the Korean names of these places, check out our Memrise tool. That's MEMRISE.com and search for Korean Atlas and History. If you wish to download all the episodes of this podcast, want more information, or want transcripts of this podcast, visit us at www.koreanatlasandhistory.com. If you wish to send us an email, you can email us at koreanatlasandhistory@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.